There we go. So, what brings you in today?
I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about my life anymore. I'm so fucking blessed, but uh, my brain always tells me I'm not doing as good as I'm actually doing. You know what I mean? Uh, part of me is like, you need to get out of Oxford. What the fuck are you doing? You work in the recovery field, and that's like a conflict. Even though my housemates really want me there, and there's lots of other Oxford houses that people could go to. It's cheap rent, and I made a commitment to like stay there at least through I get my associate's degree, right? But
So, you feel bad about being in an Oxford house because you're a counselor. It's kind of it is a conflict to some degree. But on the other hand, you're needed there by the
I
people
am needed there.
you're
Yeah,
housed, and
I pay all the
it's
bills.
cheap.
I'm the treasurer. It's cheap, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Uh, I have seen it go bad for almost everybody I've ever seen move out of that house. And like, except for the people I know who, one of them was support staff at the Carlton House and became a counselor, and he stayed in Oxford for 5 years, and he's doing great now. But like the amount of I've been living there, August it'll be 3 years, and I've had the same person who moved out with his partner and had a new baby. He has been back twice, and we didn't vote him in last time. I've had in the 2.5 years I've lived there, I've had multiple people come back, leave, have their shit together. 6, 8 months later, year later, they're interviewing because they fucking blew it all up. So I guess I got a fair amount of fear around that, right? And also, I'm trying to save money. I wiped out my entire savings this month. Not yet, but it's going to be wiped out, right? And it's taken me 2 years to come up with the almost $3,000 that I put away, which is my fault. I eat out whenever I want, and I like to go to concerts and have fun and enjoy this life I'm building, because my life's also a lot of stress, and the better my life gets, the more complicated it gets, right? And so I do need self care, man, and self care costs me a lot of money. Whether that's an expensive motorcycle that needs a $1,200 service, or whether that's concert tickets that are pretty high priced, or whether that's eating out and having a good meal, because don't enjoy cooking after I work 10 hours and then do 3 hours of schoolwork. I don't want to go home and cook. And there are occasions where I cook in mass. Like when I do cook, I'm gonna cook for like 30 breakfast burritos and freeze them. Or the other day, I cooked a bunch of chicken and potatoes and like huge 10-pound bag of chicken. I'm frying chicken, I'm baking chicken on top of the potatoes in the oven, and I'm still eating on that. So, I mean, that's what I need to do to save money. I need to start, meal prepping, because I eat my entire fucking paycheck. So, and the only person that it's on that I am not very good at saving money is me. But I'm a child in this world, man. I still have not had very much practice being an adult, right? I was using since I was 12 years old, spent 23 years in active addiction, finally got clean instead of going to prison at 35, 35 and a half. I'll be 40 in 2 weeks, right? And yeah, I guess I need to give myself some grace, because I've had supervisors at the Loop tell me, like, when I brought up the Oxford House thing, it's like I committed originally to like till I finish school, right? Because every degree I get, I'm gonna make more money, but I'm gonna be in school for another 4 years. Do I want to stay in Oxford for another 4 years? It just seems.
You sound like you feel frustrated because you're behind on one hand, but like on the other, I mean, you've made like vast growth in your life.
Yeah, I made vast growth in my life, right? And then there's this underlying nagging feeling like you're 40 years old, dude. Like, what are you doing? Get it together. Go pay $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment for your son to sleep in on the 2 weekends a month that he comes. And like, it just doesn't make sense when I say it out loud. But also, he's getting older, and by the time he's a teenager, I do want to. Yeah, it's the relationship I put 2.5 years of effort in, and it's gotten nowhere. And then I'm still living in an Oxford house, and I can't save money, and school appears never ending. And reality of it all is like, if I slow it down, I'm fucking blessed, dude. And why my brain doesn't let me just be content with like where I am right now, because I know that the future isn't real. That doesn't mean I'm not going to plan for it, but I don't want to suffer from my imagination either, you know. And worrying about the past is you're suffering from your memories, and worrying about the future is you're suffering from your imagination. And I'm getting it, you know, the past from my relationship, the past from, you know, I wasted all this time, 23 years of my life, not being an adult, or a pro-social adult at least. And then the future, school, what do I want to do? Do I want to take it all the way to a master's degree? And I can only, you know, my life's so intense that I can only take 2 classes a term. So that's potentially another 4 to 6 years that I'd be going to school. Do I want to do that?
It's interesting. You sound like you're overwhelmed from growing up.
I am. It's fucking exhausting. It's fucking exhausting.
Let me look real quick. Okay, 3 months.
3 minutes.
All right, let me sit down. Keep going.
Oh. Well. And and for the life of me, I can't understand why I can't let this relationship that isn't what I want or need in my life half of the time go. I am sick of letting someone else have the ability to snatch my serenity from me, just because of their mental health issues, right? But I fucking love them, dude. And when it's going good, it's going really good.
Not yet. We're doing something.
And when it's not, it's really not.
I mean, it sounds like you have this like feeling of like, hey, you want to find serenity, and you're just, you know, what's it? But because of like the experiences you've had, you've kind of robbed yourself of that serenity.
I don't want to throw away 2.5 years where there seemed to be progress, but when you look at where it is now, there hasn't been any. So I guess reality is different than my imagination, and I'm suffering because life on life's terms is not what I think it should be, and I keep thinking it'll be what I think it should be. You know, I think I'm a pretty good person, and I deserve love, and I know she will come around. And that question is, do I have the ability to recover?
You feel like she'll come around?
That's the story I tell myself. And I know she will come around, and as soon as I end it, and then she's like, oh, I'm really going to lose him, then it'll be great. It'll be great for 2 months. And I'm like, yes, that's what I want, to be loved. Someone will love me like for 2 months, and we'll have a great time, and we'll have great sex, and she'll make me food, and she'll invite me to family events, and me and her daughter will go to the movies together.
So you find that serenity because she's around?
I find that serenity when I have what I want, which is half the time I have someone who's a present, loving partner who cares about me. And then the other half, I have someone who says they love me, but has an inability to show it due to borderline personality and a long laundry list of mental health issues. And like, as though like I love them and it's not their fault, it's their trauma, and like, well, it is their fault. It's their fault. We're not responsible for our addiction or our mental health, but it's not our fault, but we're responsible for how we treat others and behave, despite of our addiction and mental health. I'm so sick of talking about this. Why don't I have any other real shit to talk about in my life?